Jami Philbrick for ParaNorman.com and Moviefanatic.com. We're here at Comic-Con International 2012 in San Diego, California, and we're on the press line for the new animated film, ParaNorman. We're going to talk to Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Anna Kendrick, the cast and the directors about the new film, and here's what they had to say.
Just from a writing point of view, a lot of the stuff that I was influenced by had that kind of depth, those layers. A lot of the movies that I grew up watching, they weren't afraid to be a little bit irreverent, a little bit scary, a little bit smart, and then always with the humor. So it's almost a little bit of a throwback in its tone. I think what we didn't want to do was an animated movie that is just fun for kids, you know, just one note. We wanted to tell a really emotional story with this, but we also wanted it to be scary and funny.
Yeah, and then the simple pitch of it's John Carpenter meets John Hughes. The John Hughes element is just these fun characters, this very funny dialogue and kind of interesting interactions between these kids. So while we could be in a really intense sequence, very horrific, horror show sequence, but we can always have just some funny dialogue playing through it and some interesting amusing character stuff.
It fit together scarily well.
I think it's really cool when you read a script and like they wanted me to be the comedic tone, like they knew what I wanted to do. So I think it's cool going into it, not having to deal with like should I be scary, should I, like I knew exactly what I was trying to do, and they nailed all the other tones. I don't know if I was funny at all, but everything else was really good.
No, yeah, and it's really sweet. There are moments that are so real and touching, and you know, and it's such a difficult thing to come out of like a scene where the town is trying to kill zombies, and it's like a, you know, kind of mob situation, and then there's really sweet family-oriented scenes. So it's a really tricky thing to do, and you know, my hat's off to the directors for getting that tone right.
I think it's amazing how much just they have going through this. They had to simulate, you know, the getting the voices down and then recording the characters, obviously, and then when it all comes together, it's just a film that has so much in it. It's not hard to go along with. You just sit there and have a good time.
Well, first of all, we've got Christopher Mintz-Plasse as Norman, and the reason that we went for him was because this character has to carry the movie, and he's got some great acting chops on him. We just knew he would do it. He'd be able to do the really emotional stuff, but also the humour as well. And the other guys, it was really about finding voices that all sounded great together, because we have a lot of group scenes. It's an ensemble thing as much as anything.
We're very lucky with their schedules to get them together to record together. So we got some great interaction from that as well, you know. So yeah, very lucky with our cast.
Yeah, we were just sort of realizing that you know, I would have thought that you'd show up and they say we kind of want your voice to be like this, whatever, and like they just sort of, I just did it, tried it, and they were like, great, okay. And so luckily, you know, that was what they wanted. I mean, but you know, the kind of character was so alive on paper that it seemed like, you know, it was direction in and of itself.
Yeah, well, first off, I was excited that they offered me a bully. It's fun to do, and I went in and I was like, guys, this is a cool voice, and I did it, and they're like, that's the one. That's it. Like, no questions asked. And just went from there.
Are you guys all working together, or is it separate? Is it separate doing the recording the voices?
There was sort of a mix about, a little switcheroo.
Yeah, these two work together, and then Cody and I work together.
And I worked with Casey Affleck, and everyone.
These are the two I only worked with.
It's a really good cast. I feel like Jeff Garland's in this.
Yeah, Leslie Mann.
John Goodman does an amazing voice.
Yeah.
Just so it's great.
It's cool because then I can go up to John Goodman, who I've never met, and be like, we did a movie together.
Yeah, there you go. You got a credit. You got to put it on the wrist. I worked with Goodman, man. That's great.